very high level. It's sort of the structure and content of the website. So it's, if you look at a website and you see like the text, the layout, things like that, that's what HTML is. And today we're going to be going into HTML. In the next 2 weeks, we'll be talking about CSS, and that's kind of the style and how you make the website look good. But today we're just going to be touching on the HTML. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to set up like our Replit. And so basically, for those who don't know, or if like this is your first lesson here, Replit is an IDE. So it's basically a place that allows you to code. So in case that you, if you already have a Replit account, you can just go to replit.com. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it used to be repl.it. And oh, I'm not logged in. Okay, so we're just going to log in. And what you want to do is after logging in, you are going to click this plus sign right here. And so after clicking the plus sign, you'll see all these languages you can pick, right? And so right up top, you'll see HTML, CSS, JS, and that's the one you want to click. If you just search for it, you'll see it too. And you can call it whatever you want. I'll call it like my website, I guess. Okay, so then that's what we have here. And so if you have a Replit account, you can just follow along right now. And yeah, you'll just click create a REPL, and this is what you'll see. Now, if you don't have a Replit account, you could just go to this link right here. Oh, oops. Let's see if I can copy it. Oh, I can. Okay, I just pasted in the chat right now. And this so you don't have to create an account. Okay, yeah, so if you don't have a Replit account, you can just go to this one right here, and it'll kind of pop up the same thing, which is what you see right now, except it won't be like saved, I don't think. So if you want to like save it after today's lesson, then you can create an account after that. But for now, you can just follow along. So right now, like after you create my website or whatever you want to call it, you'll see all this stuff, right? And so this is technically a website. As long as we have this file called index.html, it's our own website. And you can actually see right here, that is the link to your website. So if you click open in a new tab, it will pop out your website. And right now, it is just a blank website. We have nothing on it because we did not write any code yet. So obviously it's blank, right? But before we do that, this code looks kind of complicated. And so we will try to figure out like what everything is. So let's go here. And so like, yeah, we've created this new REPL and it looks like this. But first, let's figure out like what HTML actually is and how we would write it. So HTML is sort of made out of, I guess you could say, tags and elements. So the highest level is elements. So elements are the things you see on the page. So things like text, titles, headings, images, videos, those are all elements. And the way you create elements is with tags. So elements have start and end tags. And what we call the content goes in between. And so, for example, you can see some examples of tags right here. So this is an element. So if you can see this, I don't even know what you call it, like this angle bracket. And then we see P close angle bracket, some ... that represents content, and another bracket / P close bracket. So this altogether is one element. And we call this a paragraph element. And so kind of self-explanatory, it's where you write paragraphs. And so this is called a heading 1. So it's like a large header. This is a title element. And as you can see, there's each of these have starting and closing tags, right? So this is the starting tag, this is the closing tag, and the content goes in between. This is the starting tag, this is the ending tag, the content goes between, and same for title, right? And yeah, like I said, tags are specific keywords. So you can't just like make any tag technically you can, but that's more complicated. But right now, tags are specific keywords. So there's only like a limited number of tags, and each tag kind of does something different. And yeah, so as you can see, these elements are the ones with closing and ending tags. Oh wait, okay, cool. So yeah, this is just kind of like another way to put it. So you have a start tag, an end tag, content, whatever we want that content to be. For example, a paragraph, it would be like actual words. Like you'd write a paragraph, right? And so that would be your paragraph element. this entire thing is your paragraph element, right? And yeah, like I was alluding to earlier, some elements only have one tag. So if we go back, for example, paragraph, there is a starting and ending tag. But for certain elements, there's only one tag, and it's not really a closing or opening tag. It's just one tag. So for example, this one, BR stands for break, like line break. So for example, like a paragraph, if you want multiple paragraphs, you can have like line breaks in between. And it's like this one, for this element in particular, there is not going to be a closing tag. It's just going to be break, and it's going to be break. And like, there's not really any actual like content, right? And so, yeah, that's kind of like the gist of things. That's kind of like the high level overview of how HTML works. And from now on, we'll just go into like each specific element and what they do. So you can actually like learn how to like, I guess, use them. So if we go back here, this is our, if we go back actually here to the replit we made, this is the HTML file we have. I guess like we know it's an HTML file because the ending of that file ends in .html, right? So for example, you have an image, it's .png, it's a PNG file. We have this .html file, that's why it's an HTML file, right? And you're usually going to be able to see it with index.html. That's kind of like the main HTML file. And so yeah, we have like this stuff, right? And this is like the code, but just larger, I guess. And if you can see, you can kind of start to see the elements come, right? So just like an example, we have this HTML opening tag. We know it's an opening tag because it doesn't have that slash, and we have a closing HTML tag, right? And so a little, I guess, activity is we have the scavenger hunt here, and if we go back, we'll see 5 elements with start and end tags, and 3 elements with only one tag, which means that, or 3 elements, yeah, with only one tag, so that like they're basically empty elements. So yeah, if you go here, I'll just give you a little bit, and I guess you can also type in the chat like what elements that you see. So for example, one right now is the HTML tag, right? But what other elements can you see? I'll just give you some time to like look over that. And if you like see any tags, you can just type them in the chat. Yeah. Okay, so we have some coming in the chat. So someone said head, and yeah, so we have a head tag right here. As you can see, the starting tag and the ending tag. What else do we have? Meta, yes. We actually have 2 meta tags, but as you can see, they are they don't have a closing and ending tag. They're just one tag elements, right? So for meta, we don't see a meta closing tag for either of these. What else do we have? Title, yes. Title happens to have both a closing and ending tag. Body, body is this one, right? So it does have a closing and ending tag, and we'll go deeper into body because that's one of the most important elements. What else do we have? Script, yep. So script has both closing and ending tag. Link, yes. So that one would be just one tag, and I think we covered them. Yeah, didn't we? HTML head. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, so if we go back, oh, we did not. Okay, so you guys missed this one, the doc type. So this one is it's a special tag. You'll probably see it on every single HTML file, but it kind of just tells the computer that this is an HTML file and that it's HTML. I think they specify that it's HTML5, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyways, those are the tags that we went through. And going through the more important tags, so we have the HTML tags, right? And so all the HTML, we're writing in HTML right now, all the HTML will go within this tag, except for this thing, but don't worry about that. And then, as you said, we have the head tag. And I think what you can kind of say about the head tag is like, it's not really what you see on the screen, I guess, except for the title, but like not on the actual website. Like all this stuff here, we have some meta charts at UTF-8, viewport, title, blah, blah, blah. Like you don't actually see this stuff on the screen, because right now you don't have anything on the screen, right? And then you have the body. And so yeah, this is the element we're mainly going to be working in. Right now, it doesn't have anything except for the script.js, and that's actually where we're going to put our JavaScript. But you don't have to worry about that for like the next 3 weeks, basically. So yeah, we're going to be going into the different elements. And like, yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, so if you go to your Replit file, right, you'll have this right now. And let me increase the font just so I'll make it huge. Or yeah, it's kind of big. Okay, I'll just make it large. Okay. All right. So we have all this stuff here, right? Now I'm gonna do that. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start writing actual HTML. And the first thing we're gonna be writing is a paragraph. So like I said, how we did paragraph before is we do this bracket thing. Like it's where you usually find your comma, but you hold shift and then you type that, and then you type P, and then you write the closing one. And I just write my first paragraph. And then you do the same thing. So you do that opening bracket, angle bracket, cool, less than sign, pointy lefty symbol. Those all work. Okay, I guess I'm just less sophisticated. All right, and then we type the /. So that's where the question mark is. Or actually, it's the default one. The question mark, you have to type shift. Wait, is it the backslash? No, I'm pretty sure it's not the backslash. Okay, it's the /. Yeah. Okay, trying to trip me up. All right, cool. So we have my first paragraph. And as you can see, it has all the elements of it. All the elements of an element. That is so trippy. Okay, anyways, it has the opening tag. It has the actual content, which is my first paragraph, and then the closing paragraph tag. But as you can see right now, there's nothing on the website. And that's because we need to click this button called run up here. So it's at the very top, you just click run, and boom, we have my first paragraph. And yeah, so that is how you kind of write a paragraph. So if you just go through the slides, yeah, and you click run, and then you have my first paragraph. Right, so I'm going to talk about something called emit. You might not know it's called emit, that doesn't really matter. But as you can see, like writing this, typing that, oops, and then typing that again, that was kind of annoying, right? So we actually have something called emit, and you can think about it as like shortcuts. So for example, different code editors might have this, some might not. Replit has it, I know VS Code has it, but you can basically, if you just type P, you'll see this show up, emit abbreviation, right? And you can either click on that or just click enter, and boom, it has it there for you. And then you just need to type whatever in between, right? So I'm going to type my first paragraph. And yeah, so it's basically a series of shortcuts that makes it a lot easier. And you can do like some pretty crazy things with it. For example, if I want 3 paragraphs, I just do P times 3. Wait, that didn't work. Hold up. P times, I'm pretty sure that's how you do 3, right? There you go. And then we have 3 paragraphs pop up. So yeah, you can do some. It basically like makes things a lot faster, I guess. Like it's not like really like intrinsically helpful and like helping you code better, but it just speeds up like how fast you can type things. So yeah, and as you can see, that's how you use it. So you kind of just type, I think what the actual element is called, right? So P, and then that thing pops up, and then you click enter, or you can click it, whatever. We have this entire cheat sheet, which is like just a link to their cheat sheet. We'll be posting the slides later, so you can like click it afterwards. But yeah, cool. And so yeah, I guess let's make another paragraph since we made one already. All right, so we have my first paragraph. Let's have like, I guess, my second paragraph. So again, P, and then we saw that thing pop up, click it, and then we have another one. There we go. All right, and you can like, it's basically any text you want, right? So I don't know, you can put a punctuation, like an emoji. It's taking a while to load. Hello, there we go. All right, cool. And as you can see, the thing popped up because we need to click run. There we go. And as you can see, there's a line break between them, right? Because they're 2 separate paragraphs. And so like HTML is not just gonna put them to, it's, I think on Windows, it's the Windows key dot, like period, and then like that dialog will pop up. On Mac, it's control command space, the control command space, and like this, oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. But yeah, anyways, this window pops up, and then you can just like, I don't know, like laugh, and then boom. So yeah, useful shortcut, eh? There's a lot of them. And then you can like activate Siri through like command space, I think. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, that's paragraphs. And they're kind of like the, I guess you could say the simplest element, right? You just type P, enter, type your content in between, and then it works. Cool. Break. Right. Okay. So like I said before, it's a line break. So let's say I do another one and I'm like, what should I say? Oh, it doesn't show up on screen share. Okay, but yeah, just control command space and then yeah. All right, I'll say this is on the next line. All right. So if I just added that to the second paragraph, and if I just click run, well, it's not on the next line. I guess I lied, but we're gonna fix that, okay? So I'll type BR. Oh, I guess, yeah, so you guys need the space, right? BR. And as you can see, pops up, you click it, and now there should be a line break between this one and that one. So you click run, voila, that is a line break. And as you can see, we put that line break inside the paragraph. And that kind of brings us to like another part of HTML is you can put elements inside elements, but you already know that because we put the head and body element inside of the HTML element, right? And like basically all these elements are nested. So that's why I can put the break inside a paragraph and I'll do like a line break. Now this, does that always work? Like in terms of text and stuff, that should usually work. If you're trying to separate two pictures, want a little bit of space between them, add a line break, things like that, right? So yeah, that is a line break. And yeah, there is no closing tag because there's not really any content you put in a line break, right? That's kind of like against the purpose of it. So yeah, it's just one tag and no opening or closing one. Cool. Let's move on. Okay, so styling. Now, I don't know if you use like Google Docs, Microsoft Word. I think Google Docs is better, but that's besides the point. In these word editors, you have like these options to style your text, right? And so you can do that in HTML too. It would be a shame if you weren't, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's say I want to bold first. Like you see first, I want to bold that. So what I'm gonna do is I think Emmet needs like spaces in between. So yeah, I'll do B. I see that thing pops up, enter, and I'll put first in between that. And then if I click run, voila. Oh, it's so hard to see. But yeah, first is bolded right now. Hopefully you can see that. And yeah, so basically we nested an element. We nested the bold element, and any text that goes within those two opening and closing tags will be bolded. So yeah, and let's say I want to italicize something. Let's see. Let's say I'll italicize one, this one, and then I'll do the same thing. So I'll do I, and then I'll grab the one, slap it between those. Oops, slap it between those two, and as you see, one has become italicized. Now you can also like do it multiple. How do I say it? Like you can nest them even further. So for example, I don't know, if I want first to be italicized and bolded, I could like do that. That probably works. And yeah, as you can see, it is italicized and bolded. We're not going to do that. So yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, that is how you italicize and bold. I saw something in the chat. Typically bold and encouraged. Oh, I think I heard of that before. But yeah, in that case, you should probably use strong and EM then. So for example, change B to strong. And as you can see, does the same thing. But I guess in that case, it's probably newer. It's better on the accessibility standards. So yeah, thank you. I'll change that in the slides later. Yeah, can you italicize them bold emoji? I think you can italicize them. Let's try that right now. Actually, yeah, EM. I feel like you can because I did that on a PowerPoint before, but I don't know. It is italicized. Cool. You see that like thing is slanted? The smiley face is like, it just got tilted. Jokes. Okay, anyways, I don't think strong will do anything though. But yeah, just to reiterate, so I guess like B and I is easy to remember. You know, like on a word processor, you just do Control B, Control I, that bold and italicized things. But like Martin said, it's probably better to do strong rather than B and EM rather than I. So yeah, I think if you're just making like a simple website, like it's I, but yeah, they're just purely stylistic stuff. All right, let's try bolding. Yeah, I don't think I'll do anything. Yeah, it doesn't. They're like bold like the nah. Yeah. All right. So we can tilt it if you guys want. I'll just put that here. Just why not? And as you can see, all these three things are bolded. I mean, italicized. So yeah. All right. So that is bolding and italicizing things. Moving on. Okay. So we have headings, H1 and friends, or just headings. All right. So, there we go. All right. So we have this stuff. I'm gonna put the headings above it because, I mean, if you think about a regular Word or a Google Docs document, it's you have headings and you have paragraphs underneath. We're gonna kind of do the same thing. So this heading we're gonna do first is called H1. So H1, and then I don't know, the biggest heading. And then if we run that, that is a big heading, right? And then we can do like an H2. That is gonna be the second. Oh no, I can't type. Second biggest heading. And if we run that, we'll see a heading that's not as big as the biggest one. And you could go on. So like we said, it goes from H1 to H6. And I feel like H6 is around the size of a paragraph, maybe even smaller. But yeah, those are just like headings. Kind of, it's basically the same as like, in terms like how you actually like quote unquote use it. It's kind of similar to like the paragraph element, but it's just different sizes. But when we go on to next week, we can actually see how we can use CSS to style them to make like this biggest heading even bigger. So this is sort of like purely like semantic stuff. But yeah, when you're still making like your first website, it's good to have like different size of text, right? So yeah. All right. Oh, okay, we have an exercise now. Okay, so hopefully you've been following along to the stuff we've been doing. So now it's your turn. So if you've been following along, this will be pretty simple. So basically you want to make a web page that looks something like this. So we have my website, and this is kind of like probably going to be a heading, right? And this about me, maybe like another heading, but probably smaller. And then we have this thing here. Hi, my name is Albert and I love programming. But for you, you're going to replace it with your own name and replace coding, or I guess I wrote programming, but with another activity that you enjoy. So for example, you could say, I don't know, hi, my name is Joe and I like sleeping, because we all love sleeping, right? So yeah, and as you can notice here that this activity is bolded. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And I don't know, let me know if when you're done, like react or something. Wow, very funny, Hank. That is crazy.
You get it, man.
Sorry?
Do you get it, Joe Mama?
Thanks. Who's Joe? All right, I guess we have reactions, Zoom reactions, or you just type in the chat when you're done. And if you have any questions, let us know. Here's the list of the tags that we've learned already. So paragraph, line break, bold. You can also use strong, I for italicize. You can also use EM and the different headings. So yeah. So yeah, type in the chat if you have any questions, or if you're done. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Is anyone almost done? Okay, I think we have one person that's done. Oh wait. Oh, in case you don't know, the place to, you know how like Zoom has like the thing where you can like react. It used to be in participants, but now like it's there's like a Zoom tab underneath for reacting. I don't know why they did that, but I mean, if you have the updated version of Zoom, it's like at the bottom now where you see like chat participants, there's one for reactions, and you just click that and you just react. But yeah. Okay, I think we have like one person who was done. Is anyone else done? Just need a refresher. If you want to type any of these elements, you just type like their actual thing, and then you just click enter, and then the whole thing will pop up. And you kind of just type like the actual text you want to put in between those two tags that pop up, except for line break, because that's just one tag. But yeah. Okay. I think hopefully some people should be done. If we just have a quiet bunch here. You could type in the chat if you're done. We can move on. Okay, we have one person. Or someone else that was reacted in the chat before. 2 people. 3, 4. Wow. 5. 6. I saw someone react. Maybe that was 7. 8. Or no, Young just said, oh, well. Okay, I'm just gonna say you're done. All right, cool. That is 8. That is not bad. 8 out of 34 though. Okay, maybe it could be better. Does anyone have any questions? All right, cool. We're moving on. All right. So this is how you do it. This is kind of just review from before anyways, but how you do it is we have this body tag, and that's where we type everything, right? Or so far. So you have this body tag, you have an H1, you could do H2, H3 if you want, I don't know. But I did H1. So you have H1, and then between that we have my website, we have a heading 2, that's about me, and then we have this paragraph, and we say, hi, my name is Joe, and I love mama. And then I guess
last name is Mama.
cool. And then in between, then you put the what is it? So hi, my name is Albert. I love programming. Exclamation mark. I put it between the 2 P's, And for programming in particular, I wanted to bold it, right? So then I put that between two B's. Oh yeah, and script.js. It doesn't, honestly, for now, you could just do whatever. You can honestly delete this line if you want. I just chose to write everything above it. But yeah, we'll worry about that like next week. All right, moving on. Okay, so now we have lists. So let's go back here. Wait. Okay, let me just type that out really quickly because I think the entire lesson is based on that. All right, my website about me, bro. And then my name is Albert. My name is Albert and I love coding. I can't type. And this is bold. Bold. And I'm gonna take coding and slap between those two. And then we click run. Okay, cool. I think that was what it was before, right? All right, cool. That work. Oh no. The Zoom bar is so annoying. Oh, I can just change it. All right, okay. So anyways, so now let's talk about, so this is kind of like our personal website, right? And you want to talk about yourself. So let's talk about our hobbies, assuming that we have any. So let's just make a paragraph, whatever. And then let's say my hobbies are ... Okay, so now we're gonna make lists. No, sorry. Okay, yeah, so now we're gonna make a list. We have two types of lists, but I mean, I guess you'd want to make a list, right? Like with I'm comparing this to a word editor a lot, but it kind of is similar to a word editor. But yeah, anyways, so the way we want to make a list right now is we type OL, and then our Emmet thing will pop up. And then within that OL, we're going to type LI. And within that LI, let's type, I don't know, type whatever your hobbies are. My hobbies are eating.
Okay.
Because I love to eat and I like running. And I like, let's say, taking walks.
I like pooping.
That's great. Taking walks. As you can see, I'm a very interesting person, right? But anyways, we click run and boom. So we have this stuff. Just running, man. It's good exercise, cardio. Okay. Anyways, so as you can see, we have a list. So you have my hobbies are, that was a paragraph. And you have eating, running, and taking walks. And as you can see, it's in a list and it's numbered. So 1, 2, 3. And so that's what the OL means. So the OL, it kind of, I guess, tells HTML that we're about to make a list. And what type of list? Like Martin just said, ordered list. So it's ordered because it's 1, 2, 3, right? And then each one of these things is a list item. And so eating, running, taking walks, or whatever your hobbies are. The other type of list is the unordered list. So it's a UL. So we replace the O with use and then we run it again. You can see these bullet points, right? So as you can see right now, it's like a boring list. It's bullet points. On like docs, you can like do like a lot of interesting symbols like hyphens or like those like flower things. But that you can actually do that with CSS, I think. Or I don't know if it's probably CSS, yeah. And then you can kind of customize what that bullet is. That will be next week. Right now, we're just going with boring like structure and content stuff, which is HTML. So yeah, like I said, ordered, numbered list. Oh, I need to change the slide. It's both of them. Okay, anyways, don't worry about it. And each item in the list is a list item element, right? So as you can see, yeah, so it's like kind of recapping. We have the overall list. So for here we have OL and we have the closing and ending tag, and then our list items go between those two tags. And each list item is its own item with its own opening and closing tag. And within each list item, we kind of write the actual text, right? So yeah, let's move on. Oh, that's where it was. Oh, that's funny. Okay, anyways, we just went through both of them. Kill two birds with one stone. Actually, we shouldn't talk about killing things here. It's a safe environment. Okay. Okay, links. This is interesting. So let's say you're making a website, right? And let's just say you have your favorite website, whatever it is, and you want to put it on your personal website because you think that represents an important identity of you. For some of you, it might be your Instagram. For others, it could be Greenfoot. Whatever link you want. I'm gonna put Google because I'm gonna work there. Jokes, I'm probably not gonna get in. But anyways, we're just gonna put Google. Okay, I lost track of myself. Okay, so this is an A element. All right, really have to go expose me like that. Okay, anyways, this is colorized. I don't even know what that means. I'm probably not gonna work there. Okay, anyways, this is an A element, right? It's called anchor. I don't know why it's called anchor, but it is. So you type A, but then this is cool. When you type enter, like this whole thing pops up with the href equals something. And basically this something is where you put the link. So let's say I want to put, actually, let's not be basic. Let's put Amazon because that's clearly a much better place to work. So yeah. And let's say I like buying stuff. All right, so I'm gonna put Amazon in these brackets. And also don't open any of those links, they might be viruses. You have this, we put the link in between those two quotation marks, and then we type, if you don't like put anything in there, it's not gonna have any content, right? So we're gonna click run, like there's not gonna be anything here. So what you wanna do is write some text. I'm gonna write Amazon, but you could take whatever link you want. And boom, we have this. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, I should talk about this. Fine. Okay. So assuming you typed all that and then you type, so recap, you type A, you click enter, a lot of stuff pops up. In those href equals quotation marks, between those quotation marks, you put the link. And then between those two anchor opening and closing tags, you put the actual text that you want to show up, right? So Amazon shows up. And when you click the link, it should take you to Amazon, but Replit is kind of weird. So what you want to actually do is click this open a new tab button. And you actually have your own cool website. And you can actually share this link with other people, you know? But anyways, we have this thing right here. And if we click Amazon, wow, it takes us to amazon.ca. That's crazy. And you can do that with any link. I mean, you obviously don't want to like take users to like a virus or anything, because I know we're much better people than that. But yeah, that's how you link to other sites. And you could do this with anything, right? So we could do like a list item and we can make that an anchor to like another website too. So that is very useful. So yeah, we have that thing. I did Google. Do not open that. Okay. There should be a way to stop like that. You can't send links via Zoom chat. Although I don't know how to do that. Maybe I don't think I have that permission. Okay, anyways. So yeah, it's used for links. You put the URL inside the href equals quotation mark. All right. Oh, this is another cool part. Okay, so pay attention to this because it's kind of important. But give me a sec. So we have one page on our website right now, right? But I don't know. Like if you went to any website, like literally any website, there are multiple pages, right? Like for example, if you go to Amazon on their website, there's like that top navigation bar, and you click like, I don't know, my orders, and it takes you to your orders. And that means it has multiple pages on the website, right? So how do we do that? Well, you see you see this on your left-hand side, the navigation bar kind of, you see files, and we see like this, these lovely icons here, add file, you click that, and you can type you can basically make a new file. So we want to make another page. We want to make another HTML file, right? So we're going to call it anything you want, honestly. I think good practice, don't put spaces. Put hyphens instead of spaces, or I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, hyphens. But anyways, let's say I want to make another page. I'm going to call it another page.html. So another hyphen page.html. Boom. And as you can see, we have a whole nother HTML page. That's crazy. Okay, anyways. What is happening in the chat? Anyways, and here's the thing now. How are users going to get to your second page? Because by default, if you just go to the website, it's going to take you to the index.html page all the time. If you're just making a simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript website, which we are. And if you're doing that, anytime you go to a website, it'll be the index.html page. That's like the main page, right? But how are you going to get them to another page? And that's what we're going to do with linking, right? So before we added like an actual link, so https://www.amazon.ca. I don't know why I just said that, but we can actually put our own page. So we have another page.html. We literally type another page.html. Okay, now let's try this. All right. So we want to. Oh wait, no, this should work here. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't know why I called it Amazon. Okay, another page. Or let's call it page 2. Let's be sophisticated. All right. So we click page 2, and it takes us to page 2. But as you can see, this file is kind of blank, so it's not going to show us anything. But yeah, basically what we did is we just literally took that file. It's called another page.html, and we slapped it in there to the href equals quotation marks. We just put it in between those quotation marks. And then when you page 2, it takes you to page 2. Wow. And as you can see, yeah, so you can link to other HTML pages on your website. All right. So how do you make a new page? Okay, so the way we want to make a new page is we want to have that whole HTML head, body, script, CSS link. Except that's kind of annoying to type out every time. You should probably, as you go on in your web development career, if you decide to pursue it, it'll probably be good to actually you won't even need to memorize it. Just understand like what are the classic parts of an HTML page, right? But you don't, maybe right now. So we go back to trusty Emmet and we type HTML and you see that HTML5, you click it. Whoa, that gives us all the boilerplate we need. It's a little different from what we started off with Replit, but it's fine. So yeah. And I guess technically now it still won't show us anything, unfortunately. But to start, right? What did I do? Yeah, so basically by typing in HTML, I don't know if it matters if you click 5, but actually let's try that. Okay, cool. So what happens if you just type HTML? Oh yeah, it just does the it's Emmet thing, right? So yeah, it needs to be HTML5. There we go. All right. Oh wait, man. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. Here comes another exercise. So, hopefully you've been following along, right? Okay. If you have, you'll have another page already. And what you want to do is you want to make page 2 that looks something like this. So you're gonna have welcome to page 2. It's probably gonna be a heading. Then you have a piece of text where you talk about a fun fact. So my fun fact is the first watermelons are around the size of modern day kiwis. That is a very fun fact. You probably have your own fun fact as well. So you can put your own fun fact. And then as you can see, this is italicized. And then we have a go back button. And this go back button should take you back to the original page, which is called index.html. That's probably going to be an anchor, right? So yeah, if you've been following along, this should. Okay, if you've been following along, this should be pretty make sensible. Can't believe I just said that. Okay, this should be pretty doable. But yeah, so just to recap, we just went over lists, but chances are, I don't know, you can use your own judgment to see if you need any lists here, and also the anchor element. So yeah, remember this is your second page, not your first page, so you don't want to go deleting your first page. So yeah, same thing, type in the chat if you're done. Oh, we're running a little short on time here. We're almost done. So yeah, actually wait, sort of. Yeah, type in the chat if you're done. If you need help, want to talk about Kiwis, I don't know. Cool, one person is done already. Very nice. How do you add a new file again? Okay, so if you go back here, oh, we add a new file by if you have your Replit open, chances are you have the left navigation bar open, but if you don't, you'll want to click this. Is there a way to get like a laser pointer here? Probably is. Is there really no? Oh, spotlight. There we go. All right, cool. Ooh, okay, cool. Okay, anyways, so you probably see the spotlight here. Okay, cool. What you want to do is you click on this thing here with the files, and then you'll have this file thing show up. And what you want to do is you want to click this, the first icon. And when you hover over it, it should say like add file. And then when you add a new file, then you want to type it like whatever file name you want, .html. Make sure that file name doesn't have spaces, just for best practices. And after that, I guess then you want to use that HTML5 notation. How do we, and then yeah, here's your extra. Okay, how do we do those fancy fade and fill animations on modern websites? That is for our coming weeks animations. That's kind of what CSS. That's kind of your whole styling thing. So we're not going to be touching on that today. That's a little advanced for today. Today we're just doing HTML. I don't even we make animations, and they will look a lot better than what you could probably make. But exactly steal them. No, don't steal them. Use them appropriately. Yeah, type in the chat if you're done, and then we shall move on. If you're done, type the fun fact that you put. What kind of fun facts do computer science kids use? That is not a fun fact. Is a person a fact? Damn. Can I type the fun fact you said after first week? I don't know what I said. Fun fact. Is a person a fact though? Because technically, like a fact is something that's true, right? And you could have person's like, does that person like exist? That's kind of like metaphysical stuff right there. Take philosophy, by the way. It's a great course. All right, type in the chat if you're done. Can you go back to the page on how to add file? Oh, like Anchor? Oh, so the way you do it is you can interpret it. So version is not a fact. Interest. I mean, sometimes you just like maybe. But I mean, they're still saying like atoms, no? Like wait. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so what you do is you type A and then you'll have that emit stuff pop up, right? And then you just click enter, and then you'll see that entire element show up. And then the way you do it is you put the website in between the two quotation marks, and then you put the actual text you want to show, for example, page 2, between those two anchors. It looks like we have a couple people who are done. How to I don't know. Okay, anyways. Yeah, let me know if you're done. Hey, okay, 2 people. Thanks, Hank. Exercising your bodily functions is important. Another person. Remember, the link should take you back to the original page, so html.index.html. Okay, so we have a sizable number of people who are done. So we'll go over to the solution now. Hold on. Sorry. No, we're gonna go a little bit over time. I'm sure y'all know that. How do I stop the spotlight? All right, cool. So this is what the code is gonna be. So we've already made our second page, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a heading 1, welcome to page 2, and then we're gonna have a paragraph. We already did this before, right? Paragraph, and then fun fact, the first blah blah blah, blah, and then we want to make fun fact italicized, right? So we're gonna do a whole I, close I, and then the new thing is our anchor tag. So we're gonna do that whole A thing in our href quotation marks thing. I'm gonna put index.html, and then between those two opening and closing tags, we're gonna have an anchor. All right, so this is kind of our closing here. Images. So you'll probably want to have some sort of media on your personal website, right? And so images are a natural choice. So if you have any image of yourself, or you probably don't want to put an image of yourself, any image you want, an appropriate image. I mean, no one else is going to see the website probably, but yeah. So you probably want to put a website, right? I mean, an image. So the way you add an image is, I have an image of myself, courtesy of Yun. But basically, you have this image. All right, so you have an image, right? And you have it in like your file explorer or whatever. And then the way you upload it is you take it and you drag it over to this file's navigation bar or whatnot. And you see that plus sign, and then boom, it's there. So yeah, any image you have, literally any image, cool, whatever, just the same process. You can also do add file. I don't know. Yeah, you have to. If you don't want to do the drag thing, you can like click these 3 bars and upload file. Same thing, but yeah, dragging is easier, I think. So yeah, drag it in like there, and then as you can see, it shows up on the side. Mine is called albert.png. Yours might be json.jpg or whatever. And you actually want to have it show up now, right? So if we go back to, I'm going to go back to my index.html. I'm going to put the image of myself before the anchor. So the way we do it is we do img, omg, img for image. And then we see that thing pop up, enter. Okay, this is kind of different. First of all, it's only one, there's no closing tag, it's just one tag. Now we have a source and we have an alt. So the source will be the image name. So I put my name, my image is called albert.png. You have another image, your name is probably, hopefully your name is different, albert.png. And alt is, it's a little bit like less important than the actual source, I guess. Yeah, alternative text. Basically, let's say I typed albet.ht.png. Well, there is no albet.png, so it's going to show the alternative text. So I'll just say my face. Let's try running this. So as you can see, my face does not show up. I mean, like the image, so it says my face instead. Yeah, screen readers, like accessibility purposes. But if we actually use the right image, voila, my face. And yeah, kind of how you do all images. You kind of just put them there. you don't really have to include this. If you want, you can just take it out, but you need the source because that's what the actual image is. And yeah, so use your images, put the name of the image inside of the source, and it's an empty tag, right? So we're not going to put any text. Oh yeah, I mean, we kind of went over this, right? We made some changes. And if we refresh, those changes show up. And I don't like how my face is right beside the page too. I'm going to put a line break. And if I go back, refresh it, there we go. That doesn't look much better, whatever. So open your website in a tab to get a better feel how it looks. And yeah, so for example, I'll put my website link. Actually, do we have anything else? Oh, no, we're not done yet. We're almost done. Sorry, we're going over time. This is very quick. Okay, so last up is title. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but like, you know, oh, you definitely can. I shared my entire Chrome window. Okay, anyways, if you open it up in another tab, you won't see it directly in the Replit editor. But if you look at the top, it says repl.it, right? So if you go to like Amazon, I don't know. Let's talk about another big tech company. Apple. Apple has a nice website. Okay, anyways, Apple. The title is Apple Canada, right? And that's the title. Right now ours is REPL. Oh wait, the new Macs though, they are so nice. Oh my. Wait, iPad Pros. Oh wait, I didn't even know. It's like the climate thing. The website is so nice though, come on. Although, actually, I don't know. Are the Macs expensive? I don't think. They probably are. I don't know. Their website is really nice though. Okay, anyways, sorry. Anyways, our title right now is repl.it, right? But we don't want our website to be repl.it. So Replit actually created a nice little title for you. So for example, there we go. That's our title. That's how we got repl.it up there. But we don't want our title to be repl.it, right? That would be a little weird. Let's type my personal website. Isn't that sweet? Okay. And now when you refresh, voila, my personal website. So you can make the lead title whatever you want. Let's make a title for another page too. Oh, right now it says documents. So I think the default is going to be document second page. And I guess if you click page 2, second page. Oh wait, it doesn't have anything. Oh, because I didn't add the code. Okay, whatever. Does it come with a charging cable? Wait, no, it always comes with a charging cable. Sometimes the new iPhones still come with a power brick, but I think it always has a charging cable. iCup. I didn't know they sold cups. Okay, anyways. So yeah, so going back, the way you'd make a title element is you do title, and then you have the emmet thing pop up. Yeah, it's not like an emmet proponent or something. Anyways, we have the emmet thing pop up. Enter. You have the title tag. You put the whatever you want the title to be between the two tags. And then yeah. So oh, I should have mentioned. Yeah. So the element is in the head tag, not the body, right? So you have head, we have body, it's in the head tag. And like I said earlier, like the head is like the body stuff is what you see like actually on the web page, right? You have this whole stuff, that's the web page. The title isn't technically on the web page. It's like the thing that shows up on the tab bar, right? So basically, yeah, you want to put the title in the head. What happens if you, oh, interesting experiment. What happens if you put it in the body? I don't think it'll do anything. It might like error on me. Yeah. Oh, what? Does it works? No way. Wait, it actually does work. I don't think so. Okay, maybe you can put it. I mean, yeah, I think the thing is like the head is like the sort of like metadata semantic stuff, right? So you'd probably still want to keep it in the head. I didn't know that worked though. That's crazy. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you'll want to keep it in the head, not the body. Yeah. So we are kind of done our HTML lesson, but the last thing that we want to touch upon is what actually is HTML. Before we said it's content plus structure, right? And I think we've kind of seen through like making our own elements, like we have content, the like actual words, the images, and we have the structure. So the the paragraphs, the images, the text. But what is actually HTML? So HTML stands for hypertext markup language, not hamburger, hyper. And what you'll see is it says it's a markup language, not a programming language. So HTML is technically not a programming language. Sorry if you thought it was. It's not really. It's a markup language. I mean, both are very important. So the markup language kind of dictates what a markup language means. Kind of like a real programming, I don't know, like Python, Java, C++. It has actual logic, right? So you have things like control structures, if statements. We can do like 2 + 2, and they'll say 4. If you try to do 2 + 2 on HTML, it wouldn't say anything, right? So HTML, like any markup language, it's sort of like it's just a structure thing. Like I said, structure, add like present sort of data in different forms. So you also have something called like markdown. So things that like end in .md files. Those are also markup languages. And so yeah, YAML, okay. Like it doesn't really have any logic, but they're still really very important. Like every single website, yes, that is running, like the backbone is HTML. Any website you go on, there's HTML. Some of it is rendered differently. We'll talk about rendering later, I guess, if we ever go into like JavaScript deeper stuff. But HTML is sort of like the backbone to every single website, and you just learned how to build your own website. And yeah, so your turn to create your own website versus using HTML. So you kind of already did, right? If you've been following along this tutorial, you've already built somewhat of a working personal website, and we'll make it look better next week. Or I guess your definition of what better looks like. Some of you might actually have good styling sense. Okay, anyway, so some ideas you can make, like we said, our personal port. I guess that was a personal website. Things like if you're like a designer, you're a photographer, you want to make a website to showcase your work. You could like make a website for that. I don't know, some people like have to, I don't know, like if you're trying to get like a job, a professional networking, you can make like a website to showcase, like put your resume on there, your skills, things like that. Advertise your business. You have like, I don't know, like a baking business, drop shipping. I don't know what y'all doing these days. If you're an influencer and you want to put like a website about you, that's a thing. And display your, that's what I was talking about, displaying your art. If you're a painter, anything. Yeah. So I'll just take this. Oh wait, this is the actual website, right? Okay, so if you feel comfortable, like just go to your website, click that, and it'll take you to the actual website and paste in the chat. So I guess like other people could see what everyone else made, if you're comfortable, of course. But it'd be cool. That's the example one. It has like everything that we did today. I guess mine, quote unquote mine, is here. But yeah, if you feel comfortable, put your thing in the chat and other people can see it, I guess. Or you could just post like a random, don't post it randomly. Squarespace. I don't know, they gave 6% off discounts. Thanks, Yum. Wait a minute. That does not end with a. Okay, anyways. Sorry, went a little bit over time. Oh, so this is another important thing. So as we've learned a couple important tags, probably the most important tags. We learned paragraph, we've learned anchor, headings, images, bolding, italicizing, a whole lot of stuff. But there are a lot more tags that we probably, some of them we might not get through, some of them we will. There's a lot of obscure ones. There's a lot of depreciated ones that don't really work anymore. The marquee. Oh wait. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. It was such a meme. Okay. There's this tag called the marquee, and if you go to like those like 2000 websites, like 1995 websites, I have to show this. Sorry, we are a little bit over time. Okay, I'm gonna do this in a second. You can type marquee. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. And oh shoot, I don't know what behavior. Okay, so let's just say I don't know. Computer science club is the best club in the whole wide universe. I don't know if it'll work if you don't put it. Okay, let's try it. Hey, okay. It's really the thing that scrolls, like on the, actually, I don't know if it's that outdated. I think some companies still, some websites still have it. Yeah, like it scrolls and then you can like set like the behavior and direction. It's like, yeah, it's outdated though. So you're not supposed to use it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. That's another element. Don't use it though. It's just kind of a meme. Anyways, so yeah, there's this whole, I mean, you could click that, or we'll be posting these slides later, but there's a whole lot of, so yeah, we talked about this one, right? We talked about hyperlink, whole lot of stuff. There's a lot. Is that it? Oh, I thought there were more. Okay, anyways, these are like the official HTML stuff. And tags we've learned. I don't know why you were extracting that from memory. Yeah, these are the tags we've learned today. And of course, you could just go through that website and like just try out a lot more. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. There's like buttons, like forms. Like when you fill out a form on a website, like subscribe to my newsletter, or like, I don't know, if you want to like do like a survey, or I don't know, like those forms, you can make those too. They're HTML. And here are some other like resources if you want to learn more HTML, whatnot. And yeah, that will do it for today.